Hey everyone, thanks for stopping in. My name is Sean Elliott, team leader of the Grisak group, and we got a couple people in here today. We got Jason Grisak running the board. Thanks for coming in, Jason. And then our guest in studio is Michael Streight.
Straight.
Straight. Michael Streight.
Yeah.
Straight.
Like a
My
straight line.
apologies. Like a straight line. Michael
Yeah.
Streight. Thanks for coming in, brother.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. This is our first time meeting, but I know that you
Yeah.
met a member of our team kind of at the end of last year, which is how you got on our radar. Correct me if the story is wrong, but you guys were like at a holiday party in a really,
Yeah.
really nice home in Lucas.
Correct.
They're former clients of ours that moved into a new home, and you had helped build them a gym with your company, Lux Life
Gym design.
Lux Life Gym
Yeah,
Design.
we hadn't got to the gym space yet. Those clients are actually my wife is a hairstylist
Okay,
and hair designer, and that's the wife of that family goes to my wife,
there you go.
and they're from Houston, and my mother-in-law has done a lot of interior design and work with them, so they're just insanely close. We were gracious enough to get invited to that
Yeah.
holiday party, and yeah, man,
They're cool people, man, and
they're
it's
amazing.
all about who you know in life,
It
isn't
is.
it? I mean, it's amazing. You live in Texas long enough, you know this person from here, and you run into this person from
Oh
here.
yeah.
That your kids do the same thing together. It's
Yep.
crazy. There's so much overlap. So yeah, that's cool. So you met one of our agents and basically talked about your company that's been going on for
Yeah.
how long now?
Man, been in the fitness space for over 15 years.
Okay.
But then our luxury gym design company for about past 3 or 4, more
Mm-hmm.
like putting more intentionality
Yeah.
into it. I could dive deeper into my work journey kind of in the higher end fitness space, but yeah, in the gym design space for a few years now.
Okay, so we're here to talk about anything and everything you want,
Yeah.
brother. But the first thing that came to my mind when you said that really this like private gym space came about 3, 4 years ago, was that
Yep.
COVID based?
Yeah.
People are at home,
So
can't go to the gym, so man, we better build something here.
yeah, correct. So kind of high level spark notes. I grew up here in McKinney, Texas.
Okay,
I went to Texas A&M.
gig 'em,
I
baby.
got
Oh
yeah,
five.
Gigam, let's
Yeah,
go.
all right.
And so I thought I was gonna play college football. I ended up not, or just not wanting to go smaller.
Sure.
My oldest sister started the Texas A&M trend, and grew up around being an Aggies. Is like,
Mm-hmm.
man, this is awesome. So I ended up getting into the CrossFit space and competing competitively for about 5 years. I almost went to the CrossFit Games,
Brutal.
4 spots away on a team back in 2018
Awesome.
from going to the games. Worked my tail off for years. And that also started my coaching journey. And then as I moved back here to McKinney, got married, I ended up working for a really big construction company here. I was the first hire as a corporate wellness and fitness instructor. I
Okay.
helped build their corporate gym, and for 3 years ran wellness challenges, events, personal training, group classes. I brought an intern on, and their company also almost quadrupled in size during my 3 years there.
Dang.
And yeah, so I had a lot of ambition and growth and desires, and my intern ended up taking over. We had some other ideas we wanted to do, we just weren't able to kind of execute on. And so I
Mm-hmm.
went to go be a lead trainer at another high end studio that had some pretty big partners behind it. And that was from about 2018 to 2020, like you just
Yeah.
mentioned.
Yep.
And
And then everything changed.
yeah, not necessarily because of that, but just man, really everything I've done through my entrepreneurial business career is
Mm-hmm.
seeing a gap in a space that I'm passionate about
Yeah.
and coming up with an idea or solution that I think could add value, and then executing on bringing that to life.
Yeah.
And so I actually sat my dad down at a Starbucks and asked him for a financial investment to build my garage out to
How much do you support me, Dad?
yeah, and trust me that I'll pay you back.
Yeah.
I paid him and my mom back over about 18 months
There you go.
and built out my garage 4 weeks before my second son was born. My firstborn was 13 months,
Okay.
so they're only 14 months apart. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And built out my garage to be a little gym.
Okay.
And so we started Luxury Lifestyle Training. It's a concierge coaching personal training company servicing clients in-home across the Metroplex as well as at this private studio in McKinney.
Mm-hmm.
Now, fast forward, we've have about 4,200 square feet of a gym space. We have 9 concierge coaches. We have a studio director. And then through that time, working with a higher end demographic and
Mm-hmm.
clientele and adding value to people across the Metroplex, I saw a need of people wanting gym equipment
Mm-hmm.
and just surface level, not like seeing these franchises that have equipment. Some of it's good, most of it just respectfully is not
Yeah.
the greatest.
Yeah.
and no one knows where to go, where to get it, what to get. Is it good? Is it quality? Is there warranty?
Very true.
And so I love the gym space and love
Yeah.
gym equipment. And my studio, I built out with custom equipment, custom metal engravings, custom colors. It's appealing to a higher end demographic, to
Yeah.
also our service as well. And so I started helping and consulting clients. I've got a great buddy of mine whose brother is on the Dude Perfect team.
Nice.
I helped consult
Aggie
on
connection. There
exactly.
you go.
Yep.
Yep. All about who you know.
Yeah. I got to help consult on their headquarters gym space, their second headquarters before they just moved into their new
That's
one.
big, dude.
And there was just like thing after thing. I looked my dad across the table. I'm like, Dad, I've helped build like $500,000 worth of home gyms, and I haven't charged anything for this.
Yeah.
I think I could really make a business out of this. And so going back to over the past 3 or 4 years, officially making it its own entity, pursuing our 4D process, which I can discuss here in a little bit, and really just filling this niche of a gap as we've dived deeper into building relationships with realtors and interior designers and architects and these custom home builders. They're building these beautiful multi-decamillion-dollar homes with butler pantries and 2-story master closets and second kitchens. But then when it comes to the home wellness space, biohacking, we even get into that. They're like red light beds, saunas, cold plunges. We do those things.
I was going to ask that.
But in the gym space, they don't know what to do. They don't know how to execute, how to get equipment that actually flows with the rest of the beauty of the aesthetic of the house.
Yeah.
And that's really where we're coming in and saying, hey, we have background as fitness professionals first, but now designers second. And let's talk about what style of training do you like to accomplish?
Yeah.
What does the rest of the home look like? Can I connect with your interior designer to get a mood and vision board of the rest of the color of the house so that we can pull that into this gym space?
I'm so glad we're talking. This is way more comprehensive than I thought.
Yeah.
This is something that it is very clear you spent years planning, fine-tuning, figuring out, like you said, what's that niche that's missing? What do people really need? What do they want? And how do we go fill that space? So that's awesome, dude. Really good work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been really fun. And then just really, because as let's just say clients or builders come to us and just kind of drop into our lap like the plans of this room. It's like, man, awesome. We're excited. Have you guys thought about mirrors? Like, what about audio and lighting?
Yeah.
What's the flooring? What do you want the flooring to look like? Is there already wood flooring in there? Do we want to do rubber? Do we want to do a custom luxury line that looks like a wood but is actually a rubber? There's so many options. So instead of just having this tunnel vision of gym equipment, now we broaden that. It might cost more, but there's realities there. And then that's where we sit down and go through our catalog, a lot of our vendors. And then I said like our 4D process.
That's crazy. Yeah, maybe we want to dive into that because I guess before you came in and I knew anything about this, my assumption was that you guys probably had, X number of plans that you've done before. This is what we typically do, and then you can build off that a little bit. But it sounds like this is like straight custom across the board. Like what's going to work for you? What's your exercise routine? What different equipment do you need for whatever back issues you got, things like that, like getting really in the weeds with this stuff. So maybe take us through the 4D plan. Like you sit down with somebody first time, where's the conversation go?
Yeah, great. I would say respectfully, most of our projects base is around 30 to 50,000.
Okay.
And then we're doing projects all the way up to one of our biggest ones coming up is close to $500,000.
Sky's the limit.
Exactly. So, it's and then it's just that's where it's so much fun of orchestration and trade relationships and the customization comes in. That's just wild. And then when you're adding in biohacking stuff, even just red light beds and custom cold plunges and saunas, jacks it up pretty quick.
Oh, yeah. No, that's what my wife wanted for Christmas. I've researched in detail. They're expensive.
But so our 4D process is discover, design, decisions, distinction. And discover is a lot like this, just kind of hashing out what does our timeline look like? Is it a space that's already done, that's really just ready for FF&E of just finish out?
Okay.
Or you haven't even broke ground yet. Awesome. Okay, well, do you have the architectural drawings? Could we connect directly with that architect? We're working on a beautiful project in Prosper that is going to be absolutely really, really cool. I can't share a lot yet. We're working with, it's a unique client. I'll say that.
Is that the $500,000 gym?
That one's not. That one's up in Dallas. That one will probably, I haven't fully put together that final estimate yet, but it'll be over 6 figures.
Big one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But it's working. So like on that one, for example, we ended up getting tied in soon enough where we were able to connect with the builders and then get electrical in the floor.
Okay.
For treadmills and like where this beautiful window they have. And so like those kind of things, if we can get a part of that during that discovery phase with the builder, even the architect, put in additional backing in the walls if we need to mount some things, especially if it's a smaller room, to help maximize floor space and movement return.
Okay.
Being able to mount stuff. Some people are like really freaked out about mounting stuff to walls, but if we're a part of that conversation early during that discover process, that's great. So discovers discussing the timeline.
Is soundproofing part of that conversation? Like, you guys get behind the walls and fill it in just to make sure that it's soundproof?
Yeah, so this big one that's coming up later and more in like Dallas is actually in a basement, but that top above the ceiling is the first floor.
Yeah.
And so we've got a specialist coming in to do some sound dampening in the ceiling.
Okay, so that's something you guys can do.
Because he's like,
and have done.
I want to jack up the music and I want to go hard.
That's the point. Yeah.
And I want to drop weights and I don't want anyone to be able to have to hear it wake up my family.
Very good.
So yeah, it's absolute blast. So that's that discovery process. Budget, timeline, what type of training do you like to accomplish? Do you work with a trainer?
Yeah.
Excuse me. What type of equipment? Are you more of a machines person? Do you like more functional kettlebells, dumbbells, free weights?
Yeah.
And then adding a lot of our professional experience in there. Like we've had someone that came to us and had a smaller footprint, but wanted all machines, and they were all single modality machines.
Okay.
And it's like, hey, we can get machines, but here's 3 other options that can do 2 or 3 movements in one machine.
Yeah.
And now we can get everything you
Open up
want.
that space. Now you got.
But now we don't
everything.
need 10 machines. We only need 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So that's the discovery process. It's a couple weeks. And then design. After we get to kind of an agreement on wanting to move forward, we do have kind of a discover and design agreement and fee that can change just based off the size and the scope, because we do put a lot of time into it. So we create a whole 6 to 12 page presentation with a mood board, colors and all that stuff. I mean, it's literally looks like an interior designer's presentation, except it's just gym related.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could show you one. I've got it with me, but we'll put floor sample ideas of the rubber. We'll put in custom machines with different colors in that mood board, just like kind of blotch it onto there, like just pop, pop, pop. Here's lighting ideas. Here's sauna idea. Here's the cold plunge idea.
Yeah.
And then we actually have a 3D designer that we send all the plans to, and all the vision that's in my head, or my senior project leads head, Peter, on projects, and say, hey, here's where I need this, here's where I need that. Yeah. We jump on a live Zoom together, and he builds that 3D rendering of all the equipment. And then we get about 6 to 10 rendering images. We can get video that just costs more.
Yeah.
And then we put all those renderings into that, and then we do a design summary of everything that's in those images, what we suggest. And then, once we do that presentation for the concept design with the client, then we finalize the bid and the estimate. And so that's discover, the design process. Decisions is saying, awesome, I love this, I'm cool with the estimate and the bid.
Yep.
Let's do it. Timelines anywhere
or
from,
I love it, but that's outside my budget. Let's dial 2 things back and shift a little bit. Like, obviously, you're going to make it work for them, but I'm sure those conversations happen around.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, that just happened with the projects we're doing out in the Heath area. I kind of threw everything first that they were like vomiting.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, I know you guys want to be closer at about 50 to 70, but I'm just going to be honest. Before I show you this bid, we're at about 110 right now. So we made some shifts and adjustments on some of the luxury pieces we chose, and we got it down to about 74, I think. Yeah.
I think that's smart. I think, everybody has their budget, and then you hear the real budget later down the line. It usually can flex a little bit, but I think it's smarter, to give everybody, here's what we can do. Yeah. Here are all the options. I mean, if you want to spend this much, you can get this product. If not, that's not a problem at all. We'll just dial it back. We'll flex this a little bit. So that I think that's a better approach, honestly. And obviously, I'm not a part of your business, but to show people, here's everything that we can do. Yes. Now let's cater this to what you really want to do and what the budget works. Yeah. Then that's a smart approach.
Yeah, and we're finding ourselves respectively having to do that a lot, just because we are in such this new niche, and people don't know what they don't know. And so kind of 100%. Having that sober reality of a conversation of like, hey, a lot of the things you mentioned are awesome. Yeah. At that scope, this is what it can look like. And then we're saying, whoa, okay, let's adjust this. Or, there's a lot of other options or avenues that we could go to still accomplish that end desire and goal. Okay. So that's kind of that decision process. discover, design, decisions, and then we kind of just got to twiddle our fingers and wait for the logistics. So we luckily do have some warehouse space locally, which is great.
Okay.
Something we just acquired, and I'm so excited for, because as you may know, the disconnect from dispatch to delivery guys and transit times, and we'll deliver between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. and
Yeah,
then they show up
yeah.
at 6 a.m. or 7 p.m. and it's just a mess. So
Yeah.
that's something that we're working on, just logistically doing, to be able to have better control
Yeah.
on just our incomes and outcomes. And
Seems like you'd have to, like you said. I mean, if you're juggling 5, 7, 10 gyms at a time,
Yeah.
and you're signing up new clients that you have to order things for, and you've got the other one under construction, but stuff can't move in.
Yes.
Like, you'd have to have warehouse
Yeah.
space to be able to handle that. And as it grows, I mean, I imagine that need and the size of that space is going to grow as well. But,
totally. And we're finding ourselves in these funny pickles, humorously, with like the builder and then the client, as we're trying to execute on final decisions with the client on, like, we just locked in a custom metal frame color and this cool leather upholstery
Cool.
with the client. But then I'm going back to the builder saying, hey, they said you guys are looking at like July. Is that true? Because I got to get this order in like now, if that's the case, because this is coming from the UK, this specific equipment.
Okay.
He's like, man, it's going to be more like September, October. And I'm like, good enough. I don't want to be the one to tell them that. You can tell them that. But it's just, that's the juggle of things usually take longer than you think. And sometimes cost more than you think. Yeah. But just trying to be proactive through that process.
You seem on top of it, man. That's really fascinating to me. And it's like you said, you don't know what you don't know. And us being in real estate all day, every day, this is new to me in 2026. I mean, yes, I've seen custom gyms, but in the past, I feel like most people have just kind of done what they did on their own, find a piece of equipment they like online, put it together.
Yep.
And some have looked great. Some have looked thrown together. But man, I'm with you. Just CrossFit was a big thing, building up, and then now it seems like it's transitioned into all these other things. But it feels like, to me, especially people our age, you're a lot younger than me, but once you hit your mid-30s, your early 40s, whatever, you're like, man, I don't feel like I did when I was 25 again.
Yeah.
I'm not going to spend the next 30 years feeling like this. Let's get in the gym. Let's figure it out. And so I do think there's a huge need there, just for people to have that right at home, because everybody's busy. You're running around with your kids. I mean, I am a gym rat, so I get in 3 times a week, but it's tough with the schedule.
Yeah. If
I could just walk upstairs in the morning or walk down into the basement and knock it out, that would be phenomenal. So I know there's a need there. So that's fantastic.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, kind of not necessarily because of COVID, but around that time, and it's always growing and morphing, and the industries are adapting and changing, but there's been an elevation of just people, especially kind of a higher end demographic, just wanting to respectfully be kind of more catered and serviced to, and not just house cleaning and pet grooming. Like it's changed into so much more things. And that's where, again, we're coming in and trying to help add that value, eliminate the excuse and the concern of, well, I don't have time, and I've got this beautiful house, and it's like, okay, let's find a space here that we can make this happen. And then, I mean, as you know, being an agent and like your network, the phrase, your network is your net worth. Like I've built all of my businesses and my ventures by building synergy and building relationships and adding value. And that's where we're trying to come in, again, like I said, with builders, designers, real estate agents, to be a trusted partner, an extension of them when their clients are discussing. Like, I literally just connected one of my clients with another client from our training company who breeds Highland cows, and has nothing to do with gyms. You don't
have that guy in your Rolodex?
Yeah, but it's crazy that we have some clients that have some farms, and this one acres, they've got about 12 acres, and they've mentioned wanting to do that, and it just came to my mind, like, oh man, someone just mentioned this at our studio. Yeah, I'm gonna get some more information. And I called her this morning, literally, and she's like, "That is so amazing, thank you so." So they're gonna go out and like meet these. I think it's, but again, trying to go that extra mile, adding value, creating connections.
It's everything, man.
Building relationships.
It's everything. The way you treat people is the way they treat you back. 100%. Well, that's cool. So one of the things that I was thinking as you were kind of talking about that, obviously, you've grown your business through a couple of different avenues: builders, designers, real estate agents, your website, blah, blah, blah. If you had to say right now, like, what's kicking the most, well, what's giving the biggest return at this point? Are you getting most of your clients from builders that you have reputations with? Are you getting a bunch of hits online now with your website and your social media that's driving people to you? What's kind of working?
Great question. I would say, as I shared before we kind of went live, like I have connected, I'm not exaggerating. I have a list with my operations director. We've connected with over 200 synergy type partners
Yeah.
in
Okay.
the more trade space,
Yeah.
builders, designers. And we kind of try to stay in touch and drip with like behind the scenes or
Sure.
build of the month, whatever.
Yeah.
Not be annoying, but just be present.
It's a fine line, isn't
Just
it?
slight drips. But I would say right now, since we are growing a little bit more with the awareness and people are starting to find us, it's about 50-50.
Okay.
I would say over time, over these next few years, we respectfully establish more of our reputation and our execution and elevation of being a good luxury
Yeah.
executing brand for custom gyms. Our goal really is to have those trade partners with the builders
Yeah.
and designers that are doing 3 to 5 beautiful spaces or homes per year.
Yeah.
And then them just, hey, we got another gym. We got another gym. And just being kind of quote unquote fed those opportunities.
Yeah.
And then of course following through with what we're good at. And then I shared too, it's kind of maybe another thing. I've got 2 other amazing gym builders, one in Utah and one in California, where we have kind of come together and are actually launching a gym design association to help add just more value and just like leverage and connection to building these preferred pricing and these relationships with dealers. It's just the deeper I get into the back end of it with
Okay.
relationships, it's absolutely chaotic. And we want to come together to help build, just some more awareness and
Okay.
accountability in that space with building relationships with equipment companies.
Okay.
And one of our associate partners in Utah works with an amazing blue collar specific marketing and agency company to do advertising and marketing. And we just signed with them. And so we will be launching a lot of kind of strategic advertising and stuff that could pour in a lot of other opportunity, which I'm excited
Good.
and nervous about. But
Well, that's kind of, we were talking beforehand about that as well. Is, I mean, this is running a business.
yeah,
And when you've never run a business before, you don't realize all the hours in the background and all the connections you have to have with other things. I mean, you think, oh, you're going to go in, you're going to buy equipment, you're going to put it together, build a gym. No, there's so much more.
so much
So
more.
clearly you're the guy that's been in the weeds. You've seen every part of this. And I love also that you're finding, something that doesn't work quite right. How can we fix that?
Yeah.
To streamline everything, make sure we're servicing people even better. So that's awesome that you do that. And obviously, as you grow, and I wish you nothing but success over the lifetime of this company.
Thank you.
But as it grows, obviously, your clientele grows. I mean, you're going to need a scale. How many people work for your company right now, and where would you like that to be in 10 years?
Man, that's a great question. That is I wouldn't say a nagging. It is a pressure and a weight that I feel.
course.
And it's like you're always kind of cart before the horse, building the plane as you go, on the runway, hoping you pull up high enough before you hit the trees.
Yep.
That's we're in that. But as I shared, and we kind of went back and forth with Peter as our senior project lead. He came on, and even with him, it's a lot of eat what you kill right now. Like we don't have capital capacity to just put people on salaries. It's a lot of hustle.
Yeah.
And then I've got an amazing operations director that helps a lot with our project coordination and our logistics and a lot of that back end stuff. She's just an absolute workhorse.
Yeah.
So it's really kind of us 3 right now. And then of course, kind of our trade partners and more local connections and relationships. We are a part of the Dallas Builders Association,
Okay.
The DBA here in Dallas. And we're the only gym design group that's in the Dallas Builders Association, which we need to leverage and really press into that more. But our plan over these next 5 to 10 years is to grow it to be a multi-million-dollar business, and then to have about 5 to 10 project leads. We just kind of feel with working directly with higher end builders and clientele, they really appreciate one point of contact and building that bridge of trust and likeness and relationship. Yeah. And so we actually have another guy that's coming on as a junior project lead, and he's shadowing Peter. He's got another walkthrough on Tuesday next week on a new project. And this gentleman is going to be shadowing him, learning our project concept design process, our 4D process, and just getting comfortable with those conversations. But then as we get into the bids and estimating, that will have to go through Peter and myself.
Kind of an important part. You can't trust it to somebody that's been with the company for a month.
Yeah, and then too, just working with these equipment companies and groups, they get reached out to all the time with, "Hey, can I get a price on this? Can I get a price on that?" And we want to do our best to really mitigate just back and forth,
Yeah.
just crap or BS, just in the sense of like not actually executing on projects, and they're doing, well, man, Luxite Gym Design comes with us for bids all the time, but they're not actually following through on any of these jobs.
Yeah.
And so as we filter and get new project leads, and then to protect just all those relationships we've built, those final kind of estimates and stuff will go through myself and Peter to our dealers.
Okay.
And then they know when we reach out that it's a project we've already, scoped and are ready to execute. So,
Whew, a lot, man.
yeah.
I'll tell you what, I appreciate you coming in today.
Yeah.
I've loved everything I hear about your company. You can always get a feel from somebody sitting down talking for 5-10 minutes. I think you are a sharp cat. I can tell that you're
Thanks.
driven, and I love that this is something that you love doing.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do something for an entire career, if that's gonna be your life's work, you better like it. You better
Yes.
love it. And it seems like you definitely love what you do.
Yeah.
And so that's fantastic. And I will say that, you're definitely on our vendor list for a couple of reasons. One, we don't have a custom gym builder on our vendor list. Two, you're an Aggie, so that's a shoe. And then three, I just think that you're sharp and you know what you're doing, and you're going to take good care of clients. So we'll do our best to support you over the coming years when we have luxury clients looking to build a nice home and put a nice gym in.
Heck yeah.
Anything we can do to help you out along the way, we'd be happy to do it, man.
That's
I appreciate
awesome.
you coming in and sharing with us.
Yeah, it's been a blast getting to just connect with you guys more. And again, going back to like a holiday party to building relationships and reaching out, and then now we're here. It's like, man, that's what it takes. Putting yourself out there. I always say the answer is always no until you ask.
Yep.
And people can see your authenticity and your passion behind something, and that goes such a long way. So,
It does.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, brother. Well, thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody. We hope you enjoyed it. And if you need anything, give us a shout.